Coming to you live from the Maurice Schumann Field on the campus of Peddie School in Hightstown, New Jersey. Strive Network is proud to present Peddie School Falcons football as they take on the Seton Hall Prep Pirates in the 2016 season opener. Well, hi everybody. My name is Tom Wilms. Thanks so much for joining us as we do a couple of adjustments as far as the tech is concerned. We'll turn things up and make sure everything is heard. First broadcast of the season for both of these teams. As right now, it looks like it's Seton Hall Prep is coming onto the field. Last year, Peddie, they were sitting at 5-3 to finish off the overall season, 3-2 in Mid-Atlantic Prep Conference action. They came in third place last year. Seton Hall Prep last year, they were 6-3. They were 4-1 in Super Essex American Conference action. They came in second, lost in the first round of the non-public Group 4 playoffs to Bergen Catholic. This year, they're in the NJSFC United White Conference. This is the first ever meeting between these two teams. So this is going to be very interesting. Again, it's a very warm day. We're sitting at about 93 degrees. It feels like about 100. And if you'll notice, you'll probably get to notice very early on the different sizes of the rosters. Seton Hall Prep showed up with about 85 players, while Peddie has about half of that. So conditioning may become a bit of a factor. So that's something we'll keep an eye on as the game goes on. Take a look at the Coach's Corner. Coaching for Peddie School in his second year is Chris Malio, defensive coordinator, formerly at Lawrenceville School. He's out of Northwestern, played 5 seasons there as quarterback, superback, and outside linebacker. He was the 2002 Prep Offensive Player of the Year as he played for the Hunt School. Before that, he was at Wall Township High School as a player. But again, Chris Malio coming up in his starting his second season, and he replaces a longtime coach in Frank DeLaurentis. So it's interesting to see how he will move along, as Frank DeLaurentis again was here at Peddie School for a very long time, and right now Chris Malio trying to make the program his own. Player to watch in this one, you can't talk about Peddie without talking about Keyshawn Farmer. Out of Philadelphia, 5'7", 178, 1,400 plus rushing yards last year, 12 touchdowns last season as well. He is he's one of the 2016 Times of Trenton players to watch. He was all-league last year. He's graduating this coming spring. But he is basically our main player to watch as far as Peddie's concerned. Also keep an eye on Noah DeHaan, 6'7", 320. He's a Clemson commit. He'll be playing at left tackle. Dan Dawkins, number 1 center recruit in the country, 6'4", 290. Also, keep an eye on Jahan Dotson, the number 7 wide receiver in the country, the 2018 class, and Javon Garrett. He's one of the ESPN top 300 for the 2018 class. A couple of players to watch for Seton Hall Prep. Josh Kaminsky, left tackle. He's already committed to Columbia. And also keep an eye on safety Michael Magetta, wearing number 24. He has committed to Boston College. So both of these schools providing with some pretty good NCAA talent. So certainly will be a really good matchup. Again, Peddie, usually one of the top schools as far as the prep school conference is concerned. Seton Hall Prep, just a huge roster here as well. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup today to start off the non-conference season. As here comes the Peddie Falcons. And as they come out, what we're going to do is we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get all set for kickoff. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes as you're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Maurice Schumann Field on the campus of the Peddie School, as we're about to get set for Peddie School football action as they take on Seton Hall Prep. The coin toss about to go down right now. Captains for the Peddie School, Keyshawn Farmer, Zachary Barnard, and Noah DeHaan. And the captains for Seton Hall, Paul Theobald, Michael Maggetto, and Matt Durborough. It will be Seton Hall in the white, and it will be the Peddie School in the navy blue. Tom Williams here. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Strive Network as we start out our 2016-17 season. Plenty of action to be had in tons of sports this coming fall, winter, and spring. As here is the result of the coin toss. It looks like it'll be Peddie to take the ball first. They will receive.
Peddie will receive the kickoff to start the first half.
There's your starting offense for the Peddie School. Taking a look at the defense for Seton Hall Prep. It'll be Jonathan Weir, Matt Jones, Josh Kaminsky, Robert Ramstaller as the forward line. Jonathan Alvarado, Kyle Neve, Anthony Algieri, and Rich Radici will be your linebacks and cornerbacks. And Michael Maggetto and Matt Durborough will be the safeties. So Seton Hall Prep will be going left to right on your screen. Again, in the white, Peddie from right to left in the navy blue. Zach Hoban, number 19, will kick off for the Pirates. Back to receive for Peddie. Looks like it's Jahan Dotson. Dotson out of Nazareth, PA. He will look like he's going to backpedal to the 5. "12 minutes on the board, and well, everyone's pointing up. Well, we have a drone. Well, the officials want the drone away from the field. You know, that's not a bad scouting tool. There's definitely a different view than you'll normally get, but I think there are rules against that. So the drone will have to vacate the field. So an inauspicious start to the 2016 season. Again, back to receive for Peddie. Zachary, correction, it's Jahan Dotson. And one thing you'll also notice about the Peddie School is a number of these players will be going Ironman, playing both ways, just because of the size of the roster. And a very warm day here in Central Jersey as we are underway. The kickoff, pretty short one. And it's picked up here at the 22. Trying to cut to the outside, unable to do so. Powering through one tackle, but now going down is Tessima Haskins. So just 7 seconds in. And Peddie will take over. So 1st and 10 from the 30. And the quarterback for Peddie. And setting things up now is Alan Walters, the junior from Chatham, New Jersey. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, back to throw, under some pressure, throws it deep and open. And that is caught at the 30 and rolls to the 25-yard line. Very impressive first play by Peddie. A deep throw there to Jaden Blue, the senior from Randallstown, Maryland. That is a 50-yard play. And now it's handed off. Trying to cut to the right there is Keyshawn Farmer. Well, he got about 2 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 8. And that'll be from the 23. Bunch package now as only one man to the right. Handed off the Farmer. Has a hole up the middle. Only to make it to about the 20-yard line. 3-yard gain there. And it'll be 3rd and about 5. Working very quickly is Walters, the quarterback. Calling out his plays very quick. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Screen pass across to the near side. That is caught. Sniffed out right away, breaking 1 tackle, but not 2, is Tyron Tucker. And he's a little short. Looks like it's actually going to be pushed back to about the 21. We'll call it the 22. Actually, we'll call it the 17 if we're going to do it correctly. 4th and 2, and they're going for it. Handoff to Farmer. Jumps through another, and able to get that first down. Very aggressive play there. That's a gain of about 5 to the 12-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 12 on that 5-yard run by Keyshawn Farmer. Very much a hurry-up offense here. Back to throw. Has an outlet in Farmer. Farmer's going to turn into a blocker. Throws a nice block as the quarterback, Walters, able to move up to about the 10-yard line. We'll call it the 9. So that's a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Down to 10:08 left to go in the first quarter. Still no score, but Peddie's marching. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. In the shotgun. Handed off to Farmer. Cuts to the left and is tackled at the 5. Four-yard gain, and it will be 3rd down. 3rd and 4. And we have our first flags, and let's see if that's going to be offense or defense. Looked like the offense jumped a little bit too quickly. The illegal procedure on the offense, that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Move the ball back to the 11-yard line. And once again in the shotgun here is Alan Walters. Back to throw. Looks to the far side towards the end zone, and it goes through the hands of Jaden Blue, but the flag comes flying in. Clock will stop at 9:17 left to go in the first. And that's going to be somewhere in the region of pass interference or holding. Pass interference on the defense. Ball will be placed at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. This will be the 9th play of the drive here for Peddie, moving quickly. Back to throw once again under some pressure. Thrown into the end zone. Touchdown! Nice catch there from Keyshawn Farmer. Correction, that was Zachary Barnard. Great catch there as he had to leap on up. 5-yard touchdown pass by Alan Walters to Barnard. Barnard, the senior from Atco, New Jersey, and it's 6-0 pending the extra point. Setting up to kick here is Barnard. And down the hold is Luke Moorhead. Spot is good, kick is up, and that is good. So with 9 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Peddie with a great drive starting back on their own 30-yard line. First play made it all the way to the 25 of Seton Hall Prep. And they just marched their way along at an 9-play drive rather. And it is now a 7-0 lead for the Falcons. Not exactly a surprise, the approach that Peddie. The only surprise that I thought was the first play. I had a feeling that Seton Hall Prep was kind of keying on Keyshawn Farmer. Peddie was kind of counting on that. As that first pass went deep and set up the tone for the entire drive. Now it'll be Peddie's turn to kick off the Seton Hall Prep. It's still relatively early on as that drive. That only took about 2.5 minutes. Hurry up offense rarely going into the huddle. Back to receive here for Seton Hall Prep will be both safeties for the Pirates, Michael Maggetto and Matt Durborough. Peddie taking their time re-hitting the field. And first drive of the season, very successful, so why not take your time and, I wouldn't say celebrate it, but make sure you set it yourself defensively. Kicking off here for Peddie will be Zachary Barnard. And a very warm day for just about any sport, especially a sport like football, which is typically, of course, in the fall. And a heat index of near 100, if not over 100. And again, with the size of the rosters, we'll see if that plays an effect. As here comes the kickoff, a line drive up the middle. And it'll be picked up by Seton Hall at about the 10-yard line. Powering to the left side, trying to move through here is Maggetto, but he is decked there. Good tackle by Jahan Dotson right there at the 35-yard line. So Seton Hall will start 5 yards better than Peddie did. Let's see how the Pirates will start off their offensive day. Late movement by the Pirates on the line. And it's handed off up the middle, but that is absolutely stuffed. Quarterback for the Pirates, wearing number 17, Cameron Carty. And that play, let's see if they even give him a yard. And it looks like that's what they're going to give him. So 1 yard gain for Seton Hall. And now they'll spread things out with 3 to the right and 1 to the left. And 1 man in the backfield. Carty back to throw, and he throws it away, but the flags came in as well. That was right after the play started, so the guess will probably be illegal procedure. Down to 8:23 left to go in the first quarter, 7-0 Peddie. And we are waiting for the decision. It's offsides on the offense, so they'll move it back. So they'll spot the ball on the 31. And it'll be 2nd and 14. In the shotgun, basically same play call, back to throw, up the middle, trying to contain him. Oh, nice hit there, double team. Tyler Tedeschi in on that hit. And that looks to be, could be a loss of about 1. So they'll place the ball on the 30. I can pretty much call that no gain. So it'll be 3rd and 14 from the 31-yard line. And this time when Seton Hall spreads things out, they'll have to definitely throw. That's a really big hole opens up. Once again in the shotgun is Carty. Back to throw, and flags fly once again. And there may be some jitters on the line. So you take a look at what the call will be. This time it's offsides on the defense, so we'll move it up 5 yards. A bit of a break there for Seton Hall. Still a long way to go. 3rd and 9 from the 36. Well, it's been a penalty-filled drive already, and we're only 2 plays in. 1 penalty on each side, both for procedure. Back in the shotgun once again. Back to throw, looking to the left. Fakes. Now throws to the left. And that's going to go a little bit too far from Dwayne Warren. On the coverage, Jaden Blue. And we'll go to 4th down, 4th and 9. And Seton Hall's going to have no choice but to punt this one away. Just a little bit too far. Try to go for it on 4th. And when Peddie had it on 4th, it was 4th and 1. And that's a chip shot for Keyshawn Farmer usually. Back to punt here is Zach Hoban. Punt is up and away, and back to receive here is Dotson. Dotson receives it at the 30-yard line. Cuts to the left side. Flag on the play. So this may be coming back. A nice cut to the inside, and he has some room to the outside. Powers through 1 tackle and makes it all the way to the Seton Hall 34. But let's take a look at the flag. Flag is back where the ball was received at the 34 of Peddie. So we'll have to take a peek at what the infraction will be. So that nice return of 30 yards may go from out. With the location of that flag, the guess is usually either a hold or a block in the bag. To be offsetting fouls, and a little re-kick. Not sure which foul occurred first. Again, only 1 flag was thrown in that I saw. But again, we'll do it at 4th and 9, and the punt will occur again. 6 minutes, 46 seconds left to go in the first half. 7-0 Peddie. Once again, Jaden Blue will be back to receive as he's hanging around the 35-yard line. Waiting for the snap. They're giving him a lot of time. Snaps a little high, but able to pull it down. And this one's a much better kick as that is brought back and over the head of Blue. And that is going to be down at about the 20-yard line. So certainly a much better result for Seton Hall Prep as they will take the field defensively. And we'll start 1st and 10 for Peddie School. 6:36 left to go. 1st and 10 from their own 20. And a 7-0 lead. Last time Peddie had the ball was the only time they had the ball. 9-play drive, starting back on their own 25. Actually, starting back on their own 30. And the first play was huge, going all the way to the 25 of Seton Hall. Back in the shotgun once again is Walters. Back to throw, looks to the left. Now he'll air it out to the near side. He has a step, and oh, what a catch! Oh, great catch there from Jahan Dotson as he had a single step. And that's all he needed as it goes all the way to the 35-yard line. "35-yard pass. And once again, Peddie's in pretty good business. They will spread things out. 3 to the left, 3 to the right rather, 1 to the left. Handoff up the middle to Sean Farmer. He'll make it up to the 27-yard line. So a 2nd and 3 from the 27. But a good offensive weapon is Farmer. You can spread things out. He can still find a hole without a whole lot of blocking. Fakes the run. Pass up ahead is too strong for Dotson. He once again had a step, but unable to connect. They are really picking on Quentin Faynord, the junior, 5'10", 170 out of Bloomfield. So it'll be 3rd down. And they'll spread things out again, working from the shotgun. Back to throw, some pressure. Throws to the outlet, Blue. Tries to go up the middle, makes one miss. Powers to another tackle, and then he is thrown down by Paul Theobald. And it looks like, according to the initial spot, he may be just short. Yeah, he is short by about a yard. Gain of only 1 there. And they're going to go for it. They'll tighten things up. Hand it off. Farmer will cut to the outside. He gets the 1st down and more. He cuts towards the corner. He has room to the 5. Touchdown! Keyshawn Farmer. Couple of stutter steps and he was gone. 26-yard touchdown for Farmer. And with 5:10 left to go in the first, it's now 13-0. And that is pending the extra point, but a flag is down. Flag is down at the 15-yard line. And that's a hold, and it's coming back. So take the points off the board. But a great couple of moves there from Farmer, but certainly, well, at least potentially helped along. It will be 1st and 10, but it will be from the 25-yard line.
Let's go, D!
So although the touchdown is taken off the board, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Falcons. And the clock will get started after the play starts at 5:10 left to go here in the first quarter. Still 7-0 Peddie. 2nd drive for the Falcons. They'll spread out to the left here. And a fake inside handoff. Back to throw. Looking over the middle. He has a step, and it's dropped. Jaden Blue had the step, but it goes off the fingertips, and that is incomplete. Anthony Algieri, well, he did just enough to make sure that, seemingly did just enough, rather, to make sure that dropped. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 25. 6th play of the drive coming up here for Peddie. Walters back to throw once again. Looking to the left side, and it goes off her fingertip and incomplete. Pass was behind Dotson. Dotson once again being covered by Fernord. And also in near the play was Michael Maggetto. So it'll be 3rd and 10.
Go, defense!
And looks like Peddie will spread out with trips to the left. And it'll be Jaden Blue to the right. Low snap, inside handoff to Farmer. Farmer kicks to the left. Forced to the outside, trying to find some room. Jumps up ahead, goes out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. And that'll be about 5 yards short of the 1st down. And they will spot it right there on the 20. And it looks like, at least according to the body language for Penny, they're going to go for this. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to go 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Farmer in the backfield. Motion. Fakes to the left, now goes to the right. The rollout. And a step here for Blue, but it's overthrown. And then a flag comes in. A late hit. It looks like on Seton Hall Prep. That's right there, Michael Maggetto. Again, I had eye on the ball. The quarterback was down and the flag came in, and Magetta was right there standing. This would be a huge break for the Peddie School. And they were about to lose the ball on downs now. It'll be 1st and 10. Huge mistake there from Seton Hall. So ball we spotted on the 11 after the penalty. And it'll be 1st and 10. Walters once again in the shotgun, 2 to his left. Nice pitch out here to Dotson. Dotson trying to cut around the corner. Gets to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. But a flag is down once again. And he may have stepped out before the touchdown. Either way, the flag will, looks like most likely will be on Peddie, depending on, well, looking at the location of the flag. 4 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And it is holding on the Falcons. So that play will come on back. They spot the ball on the 14-yard line. It'll be first and 12. Yeah, that's a spot foul as they bring it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Low snap picked up once again by the QB under some pressure, and that's going to be another penalty. That's going to be a hold. Breaking on through the line was Robert Ramstall, and he got hauled down. And that's an easy call for any official as the hold is confirmed. So that'll push things back even further. It'll be first at about a country mile, unless they decline, which I don't think they will. I'll go all the way back to the 32-yard line. First in a county. Certainly don't count Peddie School out. They've had some big plays to start off drives. They'll have to do one in the middle of a drive. Just their second drive. Down to 4:24 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for the Falcons. Spread once again, 2 to each side. Walters back to throw. Looking deep and to the left. Double team. It's up in the air, but tipped, and it goes incomplete. And throw right into double coverage. Jaden Blue got a hand on it. But he was harassed pretty much the whole way from Anthony Algeri and Michael Magetta. So 2nd and long. Back at the 32-yard line. And about 5 plays ago, it looked like a potential touchdown for Peddie, but called back on penalty. Penalties have been a little bit of an issue for Peddie in this drive. Outlets to the near side. Here comes Keyshawn Farmer with open room to the 30, to the 25, forced out of bounds, and a flag goes down. Flag at about the 25-yard line, so we will see what the result will be. Penalty-filled drive once again. And they'll be holding on Peddie once again. And first action for both teams, so you expect these kind of adjustments need to be made by the players. And they're used to their coaches yelling out. Now they're dealing with the officials scrutinizing every little play. It looks like that was declined. They spot the ball on the 22. Still 3rd and about 22. As the first down marker is about the 2-yard line. They're on the 23-yard line now. Handoff up the middle here. Farmer cuts to the left, has some room, has a block as well. Cuts to the inside, gets spun around, and he is down just outside of the 10-yard line at about the 12. And let's see, with 3:20 left, looks like Peddie School wants to talk things over. This will be their first charge timeout. So with 3:19 left and Peddie School leading by a score of 7-0, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Maurice Schumann Field. First timeout called by Peddie School. This is their second drive. They're leading 7-0, but they've had some issues as far as penalties are concerned. It very easily could be a 13-14 game. With penalties pushing Peddie back, they'll have another opportunity here. It's fourth, and we'll call it a 4th and 10. And it does look like Peddie is going to go for it. Quarterback Alan Walters will have 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and of course, Farmer in the backfield. Things all spread out in the secondary for Seton Hall Prep. And flags will fly. That could be delay of game. It took a while after the timeout. And we don't have a play clock in our view, but it is kept on the field. And it's illegal procedure on Peddie School, so that is going to move back 5 yards. That comes back to the 16-yard line. And it's 4th and even longer. Well, 4th and 14. Again, they're going to try it. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. And once again, quarterback in the shotgun. Walters back to throw, double team. Pass up ahead is dropped by Jaden Blue. And the ball will turn over on downs. Great pressure by Seton Hall's Matt Jones. And they were able to find their way right through the line. So a pretty long drive, eating up a lot of clock at Peddie School. A little over 3 minutes, but tons of penalties. Really slowed things down, slowed down the progress. So Seton Hall Prep will take over, and they will start on their own 16-yard line. They had trouble moving the ball their first time out. They went 3 and out. 1 to the left and 2 to the right. Back to throw, little pump, and cuts to the outside, the rollout, and way out of bounds. And a little bit of confusion here. Cameron Carty, pretty demonstrative in his displeasure on that play. But it is incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Good news weather-wise for these kids out there as the sun has kind of disappeared behind the clouds. Hopefully it'll cool things down a little. And very warm day here in Hightstown. Back to throw, inside handoff, and that is snuffed out right away. The handoff actually never occurred. Cardi just held on to that one. And that will go for a... Oh, let's see where they spot the ball. They may give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage. And it's exactly what they did. So 3rd and 10 from the Seton Hall 16. And the Pirates will try to spread things out once again. From the shotgun is Cardi. Back to throw. Has some time. Throws to the right, but it's a little bit behind and juggled, but unable to make the catch. Nice opportunity on the far side for Michael Maggetto, who's doubling as the DB and the running back. But that is incomplete. And Seton Hall Prep will be forced to punt. And they're going to punt basically just outside of their own end zone. The punter, Hoban, at about the 3-yard line. Back on his own 45 is Jahan Dotson. 2:14 left to go in the first, 7-0 Peddie. Good snap, and the kick is up to the left. Dotson gets a nice bounce. It's going to roll past him. And it'll be down at about the 34-yard line. Nice Seton Hall roll there. So Peddie will take over. 2 minutes, 2 seconds left to go in the first. They lead 7-0. Again, Peddie's been able to move the ball. First play of each of their previous drives were long. That may be something that Seton Hall Prep is now, well, could be potentially ready for. Back from the sidelines, Alan Walters, the QB, again out of Chatham, New Jersey, junior for Peddie School. And the offense didn't really have a whole lot of time to talk about things. And in one way, it's a good thing. You want to get your offense back out there and keep the defense off the field. But the number of penalties, maybe you wanted time to talk about it. He rolls out to the left, flag on the play, potentially a hold as it's thrown away by Walters. And we will check on the flag. Five flags in the last drive for Peddie, 4 of which were against them. Again, this is fairly typical for an opener, especially non-conference. And that will move things back. Did not catch the signal. As here comes the referee. It will be a hold. It will remain first down for Peddie, but they will be pushed all the way back. And let's see where the ball's being spotted. Looks like it's going to be the 16-yard line. So Peddie will technically start the drive deep in their own zone now. Inside handoff to Farmers. He cuts to the left, avoids one tackle, tiptoes the sideline, but forced out of bounds at about the 25. Rich Radici was right there to push him out. They spot that on the 25-yard line. Well, pretty decent gain there of 9. Still a long way to go. 2nd and 20 here for the Falcons. Back to throw. Thrown to the outlet. Connects here with Barnard. Gets to the 25. And maybe a gain of about 1 or 2. Call that a gain of 2 as he gets to the 27. And it still will be 3rd and long. This could be Peddie setting things up here for Seton Hall Prep, drawing them in with the short passes and short runs. Maybe here with 3rd and long to try to go over the top. And right now it'll be trips to the right and one to the left. Walters, the quarterback, looking in for the signal. From the shotgun, ready to go. Fakes the inside handoff, back to throw. Now has to step up and roll out towards the right. Throw up ahead is connected, and unable to get to the first down, though, is Barnard. He's forced out of bounds just short of right on the 40-yard line, so he'll be about 4 to 5 yards short. And we'll see if Peddie wants to kick this one away or if they're going to go for it. That ball spotted right there on the 40. Gain of 13. And looks like they will go for it. 4th and 4. And flags will fly as it looks like that's going to be procedure on Peddie. Looked like a lineman jumped right before the snap. And yep, I think this is what this is going to mean now, is that Peddie's going to bring in the punt team for the first time today. So after the first drive of the game for Peddie, went for the touchdown. 3 punts and a turnover on downs between the two teams. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter, still 7-0 Peddie. Snap is high, but caught, and that is blocked. Big block there. And Seton Hall Prep will take over inside the 20-yard line. Zachary Barnard did all he could to bring that punt, that snap down. But by the time he was able to try to release it from his foot, there were 3 Pirates right on him. So a huge opportunity here for Seton Hall Prep to get on the board. So they will start this drive. 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. The crowd here at Peddie School trying to will the Falcons keep them out of the end zone. Quarterback under center, very tight formation. Inside handoff, cuts out to the left, has a step to the 5, and down to the 1. Looks like he's in for the touchdown. Second effort, able to get him into the end zone. Just 1 play on the drive. An 18-yard touchdown run. And Seton Hall Prep is a point after from tying this game. Oben sets up for the point after. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter, we are tied at 7. As the Peddie School, again, at one point, they had a chance to go up 13, 14, nothing, depending on the point after situation. But penalties have been the issue here for the Falcons, and Seton Hall has taken advantage. Well, again, a bunch of penalties and a big blocked punt. That drive only took 9 seconds. Again, 1 play. And a handoff to the outside. So we are tied at 7. We come to you from Maurice P. Schumann Field in Hightstown, New Jersey, on the campus of the Peddie School. I want to thank all the folks here at Peddie for setting us up, or helping set us up, make sure we are on the air. First of many broadcasts throughout tons of sports here in Central Jersey and beyond. But it feels like this quarter has, well, it's taken some pretty decent time. The game started at about 2:30. We're 45 minutes in real time. And we're not even through the first quarter. That's what a large number of penalties will do for you. And the closest thing these guys get to a preseason is scrimmage action, whether it be against yourselves, the JV, or a local team. Back to receive here from Peddie, Jahan Dotson. And ready to kick things off will be Zach Oben. He'll step up. Short end-over-end kick. And looks like it's fair caught at the 30. Right into the hands of Tyler Jadeski. They'll spot that on the 31-yard line with 36 seconds left to go. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Peddie School. So all the momentum now belongs to Seton Hall Prep after the block, punt, and a touchdown. See if Peddie School can wrest it back. Inside handoff once again, cut to the left. In some trouble. They're pulling him back to the 20. He is surrounded and down. That is going to be a 5-yard loss at least. Depending on where they spot that, that's actually going to be a 10-yard loss. Back to the 20-yard line. As good as a runner as Keyshawn Farmer is, the line collapses like that, you have little chance to get anything going. Might need to see that deep throw again here from Peddie to keep Seton Hall Prep honest, as that'll do it for the first quarter of play. We'll take a break after 1. We're tied at 7. You're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. Underway here in the second quarter. Big play up the middle and open and off to the races is Zachary Barnard. To the 20, gets tripped up at about the 17. Huge play to start off this second quarter. That is a 60-plus yard passing play. That'll be spotted at the 16-yard line. And once again, Peddie with the big play. And it wasn't a pass over the middle, a little slant play, and he found some open real estate. So a great pass there from Alan Walters to Zachary Barnard. Walters in the shotgun once again, hands off to Farmer, has to step to the outside, and he'll cut inside, gets knocked down at the 4, but flags fly. So we will see. Well, the way this has gone, this could go against Peddie. And unfortunately for the Falcons, they have just struggled with some discipline. And judging by the location of that foul, it's going to be a hold, and it is. you can start to see a little bit of frustration here from Farmer, a little bit from Walters. As again, you appreciate the protection, you appreciate the blocking, but it's got to be done on the up and up or it means absolutely nothing. Ball spotted all the way back on the 25-yard line. Essentially a loss of 9, but it is a first down, so it'll be first and about 17. So once again, Walters in the shotgun. Back to throw, looking left. Pumps, he's under some pressure, jumps through a couple of sacks and makes it up towards the 20-yard line and thrown out of bounds. Finally able to push him out of bounds was John Lynch, the senior. Ball spotted on the 20-yard line. After all that is a gain of 5. A lot of movement defensively for Seton Hall. And it's handed off to Farmer. He gets hit at the 20, falls forward to about the 18. So that'll be third down. And about third and 13. That run goes for 3 yards. Back to throw. Looking for the end zone. Deep to the far side. The jump, and it is caught and out of bounds. Nice catch there from Jahan Dotson, but he caught it a good yard out of bounds. And that's incomplete. Timeout will be called. Looks like the defender covering him. A little slow to get up. But finally to his feet is Rich Radisi. It'll be 4th and long for the Peddie School. And it looks like it is an official's timeout. They'll let everybody get some water. And you can't blame them. Again, a very hot day. Hate to belabor that point, but we came into the press box at about 11:30 this morning and noon. Well, press box was pretty warm. They've done a pretty good job of giving us a fan or two and helping us out with water. Same thing goes for these kids. And heat index over 100 degrees. Yeah, we found out that a couple of schools locally actually ended up canceling games or rescheduling for tomorrow, as if tomorrow is going to be a cooler day. I don't think it will be. So the officials' timeout ends. It will be 4th and 13 for Peddie. And it looks like they're going to go for it once again. This is prime field goal territory, unless Pettie's just not quite confident in the kicking game right now. It's still very early on in the season. Being their very first game. Is trips to the right, trips to the left, one to the right. Back to throw. Looking over the middle, sidesteps one, rolls out to the right, pump fake, and he's going to throw it into the end zone. It's up in the air. It's going to go out of bounds, and that is incomplete. Not a bad play there. Even if it's intercepted, it comes out to the 20, and you actually gain 5 yards on the play. But it will turn over on downs on the incompletion. And Seton Hall takes over with 10:33 left to go second quarter. And they will start off on their own 19-yard line. Motion everywhere for the Pirates. They'll bunch things to the right. Quarterback under center. Pitched out to the right. And some room here. Sean Ryan looking for room. He'll get the first down a little bit more. As he's forced out of bounds at the 30. 11-yard gain for Seton Hall. This is their first down of the game. And again, they had the block punt and the touchdown earlier. Maybe they can get some momentum going here. QB under center once again. Handoff up the middle, right into the pile. Running it forward there was Sean Ryan once again. By the way, the sophomore Aiden Gilman is in at quarterback for Seton Hall. Gilman under center. He'll hand it off once again. Trying to push his way forward is Ryan. And that'll be a gain of 4 as he gets to the 35. 3rd and 5 as Seton Hall certainly marching the ball forward. Little bit of a different approach than Peddie. Peddie at least in the first drive, was going no huddle. Seton Hall eating up as much clock. And tied at 7, we're down to 9:20 left to go here in the second quarter. I formation with the receiver to the left. Handoff once again, looking up the middle. Gets to the 40, keeps on digging, and it looks like he got there for the first down. Good job by Sean Ryan. He just kept the legs churning. And they're not even looking measurement. That's going to be a first down. 5-yard gain for Ryan. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 40. Well, why not keep this going? Bunch to the right. And it's going to be pitched out. Room now to the 50, to the 45, has to step 40, to the 30. Big push there and push out of bounds by Jaden Blue. Gave up the body to save the touchdown. Long first down run once again as that goes all the way to the 27-yard line. $33-yard gain at that point. And here come the Pirates once again. Pitched out once again. Ryan looking for room. First down a little bit more as he's forced out at about the 15. That'll be right there at the marker. And it looks like they will stop things here. And the guess is Peddie will call timeout as they are under siege offensively here. So Peddie does call timeout, their second timeout of the game. And with 8:34 left to go in the second, and we are tied at 7, we will take a quick break, and we'll be back in a moment. You're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. .34 left to go in the second quarter, tied at 7, Seton Hall Prep and the Peddie School. Seton Hall Prep marching, though, as they'll go second and short. And that's from the 17-yard line, so a 9-yard gain. But Seton Hall has had a couple of big plays, including a run of 43 yards. Their biggest play of the game so far. Again, tied at 7. And once again, the Pirates are in Falcon territory. Bunch to the left with the receiver left as well. Pitched out, he'll go to the weak side. Big stuff there and thrown down with Sean Ryan. Big tackle there. In on the tackle is Zachary Barnard, who's been all over this game. But it was enough for the first down. Gain of 1. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 16. And they'll just keep on running the ball. Hand off to the inside. That was handed off there to Michael Maggetto. Gain of 1 to the 14-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Ninth play of the drive coming up here for Seton Hall Prep. Clock rolling down to 7:45 left to go in the half. Quarterback Aiden Gilman back to throw. Looks to the left, and it is complete. But going down on the play is Jack Agnew. Absorbed a secondary hit from Tessma Haskins. But no harm, no foul there. That was a gain. Gain of about 3 to the 12-yard line. So 3rd and 7. As the clock is under 7 minutes to go. They'll bunch to the right once again. Very tight formation here for the Pirates. Gilman pitches it out, ball's down, fumble, picked up by Peddie. Huge defensive play as Noel Hijazi picks up the loose ball, fumble. And Peddie is able to escape the long march by Seton Hall Prep. Just a bad pitch out there, dropped, and Hijazi was right there. So now it's 6:46 left to go in the half. Peddie School will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 16. Now a completely polar opposite look here. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Under some pressure, trying to move up the middle, find some room. Good tackle there. Not going to be a sack, but it will be John Lynch getting the tackle. And a gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 17. Walters in the shotgun once again. Same formation with trips to the left. No fake to the inside handoff. Pass up ahead is too high. Jaden Blue couldn't bring it down. He was being pressured by Quentin Fenord. So incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 9. .6:05 left to go here in the first half. Tied at 7. And he'll change things up a bit with 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Farmer in the backfield. Hand off to Farmer, cuts to the left, has some room, gets to about the 20, forced back to the 15, stutter steps to the 20, but he is contained. And it'll go to 4th down. Ball gets spotted on the 21-yard line, gain of 4. It will be a 4th and 5. And Peddie School will be forced to punt. Barnard will be back to punt. The receiver for Seton Hall Prep is back in his own 45. He's going to be forced back, and it's going to bounce to the 35, and letting it go all the way back is Durborough. Gets a great bounce and will be tagged up there at the 19. So now we've got 5:03 left to go here in the second quarter. Seton Hall Prep will be forced to start deep in their own territory. And 1st and 10 from their own 19. And last drive, they were able to march until it was thwarted by the fumble. So they should have some confidence the way they were able to run the ball against Peddie. And it looks a timeout. Looks like a timeout has been called. So while the teams take a timeout, we will as well. Tied at 7, 5:03 left to go in the second quarter. You're watching Peddie School Football here on the Strive Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Maurice P. Schumann Field on the campus of the Peddie School here in Hightstown, New Jersey. Still did not catch who called that timeout. But it will be 1st and 10 for Seton Hall Prep from their own 19. It was Peddie School calling the timeout until last, so that'll be our guess. Again, with Peddie School having such a small roster in comparison, it may be, and a very warm day, conditioning may start to play a little bit of a factor. Handoff, a little rollout, nice fake. Thrown up ahead, that is caught at the 30-yard line and upended at the 40. That was a really nice catch by Quinn Nyland. And officials timeout called here as Nyland is down. And he got flipped over and landed awkwardly. A nice little fake and rollout there from Aiden Gilman. Just a sophomore, 6'2", 170 out of Westfield. So the trainer for Peddie will come across and help out as well. And with this injury timeout, we're going to take a quick break. 4:53 left to go here in the second quarter. Tied at 7. You're watching the Strive Network. 4 minutes, 53 seconds left to go in the second half of play. We're tied at 7, Peddie School and Seton Hall Prep. Nice long run on the last play, getting all the way to the 39-yard line. It was a gain of 20 yards. Actually, it was a pass play. The receiver, the pass was down for a few minutes, but he was able to get up under his own power, so it looks like he's okay. Looks like it's going to be a tight formation, I formation at that. Offset I. Up the middle, trying to spin his way forward with Sean Ryan. Only got himself about a yard or two. We'll wait for the spot. And he'll go with 1 yard there. So it'll be second down. And up the middle, right into the pile. That pile didn't move all that much. Trying to power his way through there once again was Ryan. I'll correct myself on that one. That was Michael Maggetto with the run. A lot of exchanging in the backfield. Maggetto is back there. Right now, alongside him is Jack Agnew. 3rd and 7. Back to throw, pass up the middle. That is caught. Nice jumping catch by Andrew Perez. That's good enough for a first down as he's just over midfield. That'll be spotted at the 47-yard line. And again, first down. Gain of 15 yards on the pass. Now back into offset I once again. That's pitched out. Nice tackle there. Was reaching out at the last second was Lawrence Ross, a junior from Staten Island, New York. And that's going to go for no gain. If anything, they gave him an inch or two. Either way, we'll call it second and 9. We'll give him a yard. Seton Hall Prep turning up the pace a little bit. We're under 3 minutes to go. They don't want to waste this. Handoff up the middle. Nice little fake. That had me fooled. That was a quarterback keeper for Aiden Gilman. Got himself to the 39-yard line, gain of 7. Seton Hall Prep, again, they're going into a very quick huddle and coming out of it fairly quickly, getting a play off every 20 to 30 seconds or so, down to 2:30 left to go in the half. 3rd and 2 from the 39. And timeout is called. It looks like it's going to be called by Seton Hall Prep, so we'll take the timeout as well. 2:21 left to go in the second quarter, tied at 7. You're watching Peddie football here on the Strive Network. .221 left to go in the second quarter. First timeout charge to Seton Hall Prep. It'll be 3rd and about 2 from the 39-yard line. You have to get to the 37 for the first down. I would guess they'd go with the running play, because if they don't make it, they want that clock to keep on moving. Give Peddie as little time as possible. Bunched up to the right. The receiver wide to the right. Movement across. Handoff up the middle. That's going to be close. And it looks like it might be a little short. Let's see what the spot will be. And we have a Seton Hall Prep player down. And that looks like it's the man who ran the ball, Michael Maggetto, And he's playing Iron Man. Not only playing in a running back, fullback kind of situation, he's also a starting safety. And judging by emotion that one of the trainers just made, it looks like it's going to be a left knee injury. That's a little bit too soon to tell. And it did not take long for that cart to come racing on out. Somebody must have saw something. They're messing around with that left leg right now. We'll take another quick break. 2:05 left to go. Correction, 2:06. But either way, we're tied at 7. Back in a moment as you're watching the Strive Network. Michael Leggett, always better to, if you have to go off on the cart, go off in the front seat instead of in the back. He still has that left leg up, but again, able to get onto the cart himself, and we hope to see him back in his game. He's played very well in this one, playing both sides of the ball. Big spot here with 2:06 left to go in the second quarter. Tied at 7. Seton Hall Prep in the white with the ball. 4th and a short 2. I'm feeling just going to power up the middle, and they do with the quarterback sneak. And that is going to be a first down. Aiden Gilvin using all of his 6'2", 170 size to get over the line of scrimmage. And it will be 1st and 10 from the 36. Gain of 3 on the play. Definitely a study of two different offenses where Peddie School, although they do run the ball extremely well, they spread things out. Seton Hall Prep, they play very tight. Bunching to either the left or the right. Official timeout here, as it looks like a Pirate player needed some time to get the chin strap ready to go. Now it looks like everybody ready to go. And as I say, it's funny how I say that they bunch things up. They spread things out here. Hand off to the near side. They're trying to streak across, but what a tackle there. 2 on the tackle. Javard Garrett was right there to snuff things out as it was handed off to Lionel Eugene. Loss of 1 on the play. That'll be 2nd and 11 from the 37. They'll spread things out again. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And once again, will we see Eugene streak across? We don't. Back to throw. Knocked down on the line. Getting the hand up there was Thomas Wardle. And it's now 3rd and 11. Good penetration from the left side of the line. And Waddle, the junior from Glassboro in South Jersey, able to get the big hand up. So 3rd and 11 here for Seton Hall Prep. They have not had a lot of big plays in this game. A couple of long runs. No long passes. Maybe Peddie can kind of back off a bit, play a bit of a zone. Go into a little bit of a dime package, but they don't. They stay tied to the line. 2 to the right once again. Quarterback back to throw, looking to the right. Man has a step, but it's overthrown. Sean Ryan couldn't quite catch up to the throw from Gilman. And it'll be 4th down. And the Pirates will be forced to punt. Not a whole lot of time left in this second quarter. Chance here for the Pirates to pin deep. Back to receive here for Peddie is Jahan Dotson. The punter, Hoban, is at the 50-yard line. So again, he's going to try to take something off of this punter towards a corner. Good snap there as here comes the punt. That is popped up end over end. Let's see where the bounce goes. And that's going to be touched up by the Pirates. Pinned relatively deep, but it was spotted at about the 17-yard line. Only 32 seconds left to work with, though. So another good march here by Seton Hall Prep, but unable to punch it home. After the punt, the drive stalled after 9 plays and only got to the 37-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 18. I'd expect to see a run here from Peddie. Just hand it off to Keyshawn Farmer and see what he can do with it. But once again, they'll spread it out. Pro set here. And he'll be back to throw and being aggressive. Pass up the middle. That's going to go out of bounds. So incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 18. A little surprised. So I honestly thought with that spread, they'll try to spread out the defense of Seton Hall Prep. And see if they can get some room for Farmer up the middle. Again, be a little conservative. Same formation, 2 to each side. And Farmer in the backfield. Back to throw once again, under some pressure. Stepping up is the QB. Rolls out and thrown down. Good tackle there by Jonathan Alvarado. What a solid game from Walters. Clock is keep on rolling. 9 seconds left. Neither team's going to bother stopping it. And that will do it. Well, 2 seconds left. They stop the clock. And they move it up again, and that is halftime. So after 24 minutes of play, we are tied at 7. Both teams will take a break, and so will we. As we'll be back in a few minutes to talk things over and come back a little later on for the 3rd quarter as well. Again, tied at 7, Seton Hall Prep and the Peddie School. You're watching the Strive Network here on strivenetwork.tv. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Maurice Schumann Field at the Peddie School in Hightstown, New Jersey. Halftime between the Peddie School and Seton Hall Prep, and we are tied at 7. And I'm very happy to have with me the AD, the athletic director for Peddie School, Jason Baston. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Do you get a chance to really watch much of the game, or are you too busy doing a whole lot of running around here?
I'm really passionate about football, so I try to see as much as possible. But yeah, you're right in that more often than not, I actually have to take care of something else that's going on, or keeping an eye on different situations during the game.
So we'll ask this one, and we'll see how much you've watched. What do you think of the game so far?
I think it's a great game. I think it's representative of both of our teams' first game of the year, especially with all the flags that have been thrown, mostly in the first quarter. But you always need to get a first game in. I think a challenge both teams are having is the temperature outside. The temperature on the field is about 105 degrees, so that's why we're trying to take as many water stops as possible.
Now, this is Chris Malio's second season, replacing longtime coach Frank DeLaurentis. How has he done in his first 2 years of the program?
Oh, he's been exceptional. Coach Malayo's, he's really transformed the program. He's a popular person in this part of New Jersey. He played quarterback at Northwestern, so he knows a lot of college coaches. He has a youth quarterback camp as well, so he knows a lot of the youth football organizations around our area. So he's really inspired many people to look at Peddie as an option for education.
And one of the tricks of becoming a coach of a program after someone else has the program for so long is to make that program your own. Is that something that he's been successful in doing so far?
Yeah, I believe so. I think Frank DeLaurentis is an outstanding coach that coached here, I believe, for 18 years. And there's been a smooth transition over to the new coach. But, Frank built a great foundation for our program. And we're excited about Coach Malayo and what he's brought to Peddie School.
Now, besides football, of course, tons of other sports here at the Peddie School. How are things looking with some of the other teams, especially here in the fall?
Yeah, we look really strong. Our boys' soccer team looks very strong this year. At Peddie, we like to just say we like to be competitive, and really it's about the experience that the students have on the team, and that's really how we dictate success. If they are learning the life skills and the things that, the reasons why we actually have athletics in school, then that's success for us. So we're excited about the fall. We've got a great group of young students. Everybody's fired up about the fall season, and so it just starts today.
Now, you're relatively new to Peddie as well as the AD. What's been the most enjoyable part of working here at Peddie?
Yeah, it's new for me. I've come from the International School of Brussels in Belgium, which was a day school. And so the boarding school experience in itself is a complete different style of education. But I think that, it's like a family here. From the teachers. One thing I'm really proud of at Peddie is 85% of our coaches are actually teachers at the school. And I believe the national average is somewhere around 35 or 40%. So I think that, Peddie stands out in that aspect. And it's really important for our teachers to have the out-of-classroom relationships with our student athletes and vice versa.
Well, we're talking to Peddie School Athletic Director Jason Baston. We want to thank you so much for your hospitality here. We're having a great time covering this game. We look to cover a whole lot more.
Thank you.
And best of luck the whole season.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back with the start of the third quarter in just a few minutes as you're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Schumann Field on the campus of Peddie School in Hightstown, New Jersey. About to start the third quarter of play with Peddie and Seton Hall Prep tied at 7. Tom Wilch here. Thanks so much for joining us today here on the Strive Network. It sounds like it seems like a lot of been pretty much a preseason game. A lot of mistakes being made. A lot of, especially for Peddie, a lot of penalties. Something that's they're going to have to clean up if they want to remain competitive. Again, we've talked about this sadly ad nauseum as far as the size of the rosters, the size difference, and the warm temperatures. Again, temperature was taken down on the field, and the temperature was at 105, which means who knows what the heat index on the field was, probably at 120. And again, with Peddie School having about half the size of roster, as skilled as they are, it could come back to be very difficult as far as conditioning is concerned. Nice long halftime for both teams, so everyone could rest, and hopefully we'll get some really good football here in the second half of play. It was a struggle offensively to start here for Seton Hall Prep. First two drives, 3 and out essentially. But then they were able to get a turnover on a punt block and punch it in quickly for a touchdown. But in the ensuing following drives, they were able to march the ball relatively deep. But a fumble, and then the final drive of the half for Seton Hall Prep stalled at 37. So the momentum, you know what, it's tough to say. It looks like the momentum does belong to Seton Hall Prep. But we will see how that continues. Seton Hall Prep will receive to start this second half of play. Kicking things off will be Zachary Barnard. Back to receive for Seton Hall Prep will be Matt Durborough. And looks like it'll be Lionel Eugene. First of many, many broadcasts this year on the Strive Network here in 2016-17. Thanks so much for joining us as we kick things off here literally here in Hightstown, New Jersey. Looks like we're just about ready to go. Peddie in the dark blue about to kick off, and we are underway here in the third quarter. Low roller, and it's picked up at the 12-yard line, cutting to the left, and there's a hole. Nice spin move, but going down on the play was Durborough. Ball he spotted just outside the 40-yard line. See what the final spot is before we put things down in pen. Ball spotted on the 38-yard line to start off. Looks like Seton Hall's QB is back in the shotgun. Back to throw to the left, complete at the 43, spin move and broken tackle to the 50, almost to the 45 across midfield. Tackle there from Jaden Blue. It's another potential touchdown-saving tackle. A little slow to get up is Tyler Tedeschi. But that pass will go for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Peddie 45. And looks like a Peddie player, a little tying of the shoe to maybe slow things down here, but finally Barnard able to get up. So 1st and 10 from the 45. QB back under center. Pitch out to the left. Nice cut to the inside. That'll be a gain of about 4 before being snuffed just short of the 40. And a late flag is in as well. Might be a late hit there. And ball spotted right down at the 43-yard line. That would be a gain of 3, but again, things are going to change here. Face mask against Peddie. And that could be relatively huge here. As they will spot that ball after the 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. And a chance here for the Pirates to keep on marching. And they've done a good job of marching, but breaking through to the red zone and into the end zone has been an issue. Handed off, good. Snuff out there. Big tackle by Noel Hilchazi. And that will certainly go as a loss. Let's see what kind of forward progress they give. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 29-yard line. Well, a loss of 2. High formation here for Seton Hall Prep with a receiver to the left. Back to throw over the middle, and that is going to be a little long. A bit too strong for Dwayne Warren. Looked like he got held up at about the 8-yard line. But nothing called. So that'll be incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 12. Once again from the 29. And one thing that has worked a lot here for Seton Hall Prep is the run, but now that they have the 3rd and long, 2nd and long situation, it shows how important first down is. Forced to throw the ball. They haven't been able to connect on a long pass yet, as they will spread things out with 2 to the right, 2 to the left. And the QB back to throw. Short pass. Connects at the 25-yard line. Has room. First down and more. He's inside the 10-yard line. Dwayne Warren made a nice move and spin forward. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Pirates.
Stop on number 9, Dwayne Warren. It'll be 1st down and goal.
1st and goal from the 9, 20-yard gain.
8-yard line.
And a big opportunity here for Seton Hall Prep. Pitched out to the right. Spin move to the 5, to the 3, and tackle down. Tyler Tedeschi with the tackle. Six-yard gain there. It'll be 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal at the 33-yard line.
Correction, that'll be 2nd and goal. Seton Hall Prep is going to spread things out a little bit. Offset I formation with the receiver to the left. Gilman hands it off. Nice move inside the end zone. Touchdown!
Touchdown run by number 20,
Sean Ryan with the 3-yard run. He was stopped dead to rights at the line of scrimmage, but he had a nice jump move and found himself just inside the end zone for the touchdown, and Seton Hall takes a 13-7 lead, pending the PAT. Flags down before the play. And a little late substitution here for Seton Hall Prep. That might be what the infraction might be. Only 10 in the huddle. Here comes our referee to make the call. And it is against Seton Hall Prep. The first point was to Peddie, but he pointed the wrong way. Now a chance here for the extra point for Hoban. Good job with the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. And the snap was low, but a good job by the holder to set that up quickly. So with 9:15 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, Seton Hall Prep takes a 14-7 lead. And you may remember in the 2nd quarter, Peddie had a chance to go up 14-7, but a penalty brought things back, and funny how the game can turn like that. And first game for both teams. Seton Hall Prep. 2nd season for the coach Vito Campanile. Coming up next for them, they'll play their home opener at Paramus Catholic, or actually at home against Paramus Catholic. 1 o'clock start next week for Seton Hall Prep. So we got 9:15 left to go in the third quarter. And Peddie will receive. Kickoff will be from the 45, thanks to the penalty during the before the initial PAT. So a chance here for the Pirates to pin the Falcons deep. Oben ready to kick things off. And back to receive for Peddie is Tyron Tucker, the junior out of Pensacola, New Jersey. Pirates ready to go, and here comes the kick. End over end to the right side. Tucker able to grab it at about the 7-yard line, cuts to the outside to the 20. Tries to power his way through 7 Pirates, but he is thrown out of bounds. And at about the 20-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Peddie Falcons.
Zach Hogan is returned to the 20 by number 11, Tyron Tucker. It will be 1st down and 10.
9:06 left to go here in the third quarter. Again, Peddie's been able to pull off the big play, pretty much one in each drive. And for the first 2 drives, it was the very first play. Here with trips to the right. Hand off to Farmer. Keyshawn Farmer will go to the left, straddles the sideline and pushed out just short of the 30. See what kind of spot they give him. Yeah, but it'll be about the 27-yard line. Spot at the 28, so an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And no huddle, but they will look to the sideline for the signals. Walters back to throw, looking left, up the middle, over the top, and that'll be that'll go incomplete, and flag is down. Thrown into double coverage intended for Jahan Dotson, but as he tried to cut up the middle, he was tripped up, and I believe that's what the flag will be. That's a tough call, because all the defensive backs were doing were shadowing the player. You've got to be cognizant of the ball as well. So will be pass interference and a 1st down here for the Peddie School.
Pass interference on Seton Hall Prep. It'll be 1st down and 10.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. So the penalty will cost 15 yards. And once again, they go trips to the right, 1 to the left. And Keyshawn Farmer in the backfield. Back to throw once again. Thrown to the left side. Caught there by Dotson. Spun down just over midfield. And he'll be right there at the marker. They may have to come out and measure. And nope, they're not going to measure. It's going to be 1st down. 10-yard gain on the pass. Oh, it looks like they will. Well, let's see what they're going to do here. At first, the signal was made for 1st down, but now they go to the sticks, and they may bring them all the way across for the measurement. As officials timeout, so both teams will certainly take advantage. Both teams will get water on this very warm day. Again, heat index on the field, somewhere around 110, 115 degrees. About the same here in the press box. So as both teams get hydrated, we'll have the sticks come over and measure to be sure. It's going to be awfully close. Tough to tell. I mean, sticks are on the far side, ball's near side. And it looks like it is going to be Well, it's so close they have to really look down. And it's a first down for the Peddie School.
Peddie, first down. Number 5.
So first and 10 from the 47. 8:38 left to go in the third quarter. 14-7 lead for Seton Hall Prep. And the opener for both teams. And it's felt like an opener with a lot of mistakes on both sides of the ball. Penalties, a couple of a fumble, block punt. Trips to the right once again. Formations work pretty well for Peddie School. Hand off now to Farmer. Cuts to the outside, has to go back a bit. Thrown out of bounds, and that's going to go for little to no gain.
Number 2, Keyshawn Farmer.
Picking up the tackle there is John Lynch. 5'9", 170 out of Bedminster. Again, very short gain. Inches at most. We'll call it second and 10. Same formation. Quarterback back to throw. Under pressure, comes up the middle. And he will get to the line of scrimmage and one further, but a big throwdown tackle. Paul Theobald was in on the tackle along with Jonathan Alvarado. And a player is down for Seton Hall Prep. Ball spotted on the 45-yard line. Gain of 2, so it'll be 3rd and 8. And as talented as a runner Farmer is, got to be able to kick to the outside or get some really good protection from the line. And that is something that Seton Hall Prep has kind of won that battle in the last couple of quarters. So we'll take the quick injury timeout. 8:07 left to go in the third quarter. Peddie School trailing 14-7. You're watching the Strive Network. Back underway. Pass across to the far side is incomplete. And looks like we have a Peddie player down. And attempting that pass was Alan Walters. And a Peddie School player is down. And then right back up he comes. Looks like that is 77 Evan Lovell, the junior from Thomaston, Connecticut. But after the incompletion, it'll be 4th and 8 from the 45. And Peddie will bring the punt team on. Zachary Barnard will punt. And receiving back at about the 10-yard line will be Dwayne Warren. So the drive for Peddie stalls just over the midfield line. And the snap is high, but picked up. Punt is high in the air towards the far side. Grabbed at the 8-yard line. And fair catch called. So Seton Hall Prep, they're going to be pinned in their own zone pretty deep. 7:50 left to go in the third quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. A long way to go here for Seton Hall Prep. But again, they have a 14-7 lead. They've done a very good job on a couple of drives of eating some serious clock and using that running game. And what they would do is they just bunch up and have some pretty heavy jumbo guys on the line. Here they're still pretty bunched up with 2 to the right. Screen pass across is caught, and some open field, but a nice tackle Big tackle there by Tesma Haskins.
Pass clock, number
Pass
11,
complete by Andrew Perez. And he had a lot of room to run.
That will be a Seton Hall first down.
That's going to be exactly
20-yard line.
a
First
10-yard
down.
gain. We'll call it 11-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 19. And it's funny, after I say all that about their running game, they complete a pass. And that was a screen pass. That's something that keeps you honest. So they'll go 2 to the left this time. Pretty much same formation. There's the pitch out. And they'll be able to get through the line. Powered up ahead. They just keep those legs churning.
Run by number 20, Sean Ryan.
Sean Ryan picked up the run, lost his helmet in the process.
Second down, 7 yards to go.
This is going to be a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 22. And in under center is Aiden Gilman. He's played pretty much the entire game. Screen pass once again. That's caught by Perez. Looks to cut to the outside, but he's thrown down at the 30-yard line. Jaden Blue in on the tackle. Nearby, Tyler Tedeschi.
Andrew Perez for Seton Hall first down. It will be
That'll be another first down as the ball spotted on the 30-yard line.
the 30-yard
Gain of 8.
tackle was made by number 4, Jaden Blue.
So they're starting to march down here, is Seton Hall Prep. And they've done a good job of getting over midline and getting even near the red zone. Once they get to the red zone, they've had some issues. But out of that last drive, they were able to score. Pitched on back here. Sean Ryan trying to go right up the middle, but he is tackled down. Lawrence Ross in on the tackle.
The run by number
A couple of
10,
Peddie school
Sean
players
Ryan
down,
for
slow to get
Seton
up.
Hall. Will be Seton Hall.
And yep, a Peddie school player, left ankle. Looks like that is Adam Conyer, who is holding that left ankle. 5:44 left to go in the third quarter. 14-7 lead for Seton Hall Prep. That's another thing we've seen a lot of today as far as, injury is concerned. Nothing incredibly major. But again, with the hot weather, dehydration and cramping can become an issue. $5:44 left to go in the third. We'll take a quick break as Peddie School is trailing 14-7. You're watching the Strive Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Schumann Field on the campus of the Peddie School. The injured player was able to get up on his own power. Seton Hall starting the march here. 2nd and 5 from the 35. After that last running play up the middle. Gilman under center. He'll pitch it out to Ryan. Ryan going left. Trying to fight through a couple of tackles. He does a very good job keeping those legs moving, but he is forced back. Tyler Tedeschi will stop him just about the 40-yard line. There'll be a question of whether it's going to be a first down or not. As they have not asked for the change, they are taking a look. And it is going to be a first down, so a 5-yard gain. 6th play of the drive coming up here for Seton Hall Prep. just on the outside of the, actually inside of the 40-yard line. Gilman looking for last-minute instructions from the bench. Goes under center, 2 to the right, and the offset eye. Gilman back to throw, has a man, comes to the near side. Oh, intercepted! Pass was short. Jahan Dotson skied up and made a great catch against Dwayne Warren. So it'll be Peddie School ball after the first INT of the season. Looked like a kind of a timing pattern, but again, the pass was a little short. And that allowed Dotson to get underneath it and make a nice little leap. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Peddie School from the 36-yard line. 4:54 left to go here in the third quarter. This could be a momentum changer here for Peddie. They're down 14-7. Trips to the right, 1 to the left, and of course Farmer in the backfield. Went back to throw. Long throw up ahead into double coverage. Dotson trying to chase onto it, but it's out of bounds. And a little bit too strong for him as well. So that pass is incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 35. That's one of those plays where he's throwing into double coverage, even if it is on line. It's going to have to be a threaded pass. As it seems in the last few drives here against Peddie, Farmer has been snuffed. So they're trying to spread out the secondary bit just to give Farmer a little bit more of a chance as far as running is concerned. They'll go 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Hand off to Farmer. Cuts left, then cuts up the middle. He is thrown down. Good tackle there by Jonathan Alvarado. That'll be a pretty short gain. We'll go with a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 9 from 37-yard line. So Walters and Peddie School have to open things up. Walters back to throw. Not a lot of time. Throwing up the middle. It is caught by Dotson, and he has a step to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown. Slant play across for Jahan Dotson. And it's now 14-13, Seton Hall Prep. 37-yard play for the Peddie School. And the initial pass only 10 yards out, but again, he found a step behind the secondary, and he was gone. So the all-important extra point here to try to tie things up here for the Peddie School. We're down to 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. We're set up for a real fine finish. Barnard will make the attempt. Moorhead will be the holder. Good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter, we are now tied at 14 after the 37-yard touchdown play. The pass complete to Jahan Dotson, the junior from Nazareth, Pennsylvania. So the momentum now belongs to the Peddie School. And Seton Hall Prep has done a good job running the ball, but they've run into some obstacles. A fumble. One drive stalled. And the last one with the INT. Kind of the game we expected here. Two teams that don't know each other at all. Going back through the archives, I was able to go back to about 2005, and these two teams had never played each other. So that is what makes this non-conference game interesting. You usually have somewhat of an idea of your opponent. But all you can do in this case is call common opponents. You know, nobody's played each other yet this year, but maybe to give an idea of what programs are about. So we're all tied up here at 14 late in the third quarter. And we've got everybody on the field here for Peddie School except for their kicker. A couple of later rivals, including Keyshawn Farmer, is going to play some special teams. That's the issue when you have a small roster. You've got some of your star players out there playing special teams. Zachary Barnard will kick things off from the 40. Back deep for Seton Hall Prep is Matt Durborough. And alongside him is Lionel Eugene. Kicks have been relatively short in this one, end over end and short. Let's see if Barnard can power one deep. One thing we have noticed with Peddie is their listed kicker, Matthew Saker, he's not on the bench. So this might be like a backup kicker situation. It's up the middle and played at the 10-yard line. Up the middle with a hole to the outside. Here comes Durborough to the 30, and he is caught up to it. A big return. Return of at least 50 yards, 53 yards to be exact. And Seton Hall Prep will have very good field position. 3:49 left to go. 3:49 left to go in the third quarter. Tied at 14 again. Seton Hall Prep will be set up pretty nicely. 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll play trips to the right. First time they've really spread out this much. Flags on the play, and looks like a late substitution for Peddie did not work. Racing off the field was Adam Conyer. And it is going to be too many men for Peddie School, so that's a 5-yard penalty. Peddie School not too happy with it. Referee, one of the officials coming over for an explanation to the coaching staff for the Peddie School. I have a hard time believing they're going to overturn anything, though. And they never did snap the ball, but it could have been too many in the huddle, which is also a procedure penalty. That might be the explanation being given by the officials. And the call will stand. 5-yard penalty here against Peddie, so it'll be 1st and 5 to start off this drive. First and 5 from the 22. And they go trips to the left. Motion across. Handoff is made, and getting knocked down on the play was Andrew Perez. Stays in bounds, but tackled down at about the 20-yard line. Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 from the 20. And Seton Hall Prep has done a good job again, marching down the field, see what they can do with it here as they're about to enter the red zone. They'll go trips to the right this time. Gilman back in the shotgun. Inside handoff. Nice cut to the outside, but getting tacked down just short of the 15-yard line. Is going to be Sean Ryan, and a Peddie School player a little slow to get up. Thomas Wardle is good to go. 4-yard gain as they spot that at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. So 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Offset I formation with the receiver to the left. Gilman hands it off up the middle here as Ryan tried to cut to the left side. And on the tackle there was Daniel Dawkins. not much of a gain, if any. So they go with no gain here. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 16. Down to 2 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the third quarter, tied at 14. Here from the Peddie School in Hightstown, New Jersey. Gilman under center. Bunch to the left. It's pitched out, and cutting outside here is Ryan. Flags are down, and so is Ryan. He is thrown down by Zachary Barnard. But 2 flags came in, and it looks to be against Seton Hall Prep. Holding on the Pirates, so that will come back to about the 30-yard line. And spot 10 yards from the spot.
The penalty is holding on Seton Hall.
So they'll march that on back.
So the ball will be moved back to the 25. The 2nd and
up to the 30-yard line it goes.
2nd and
It'll be 2nd and 20.
From the Peddie School 30-yard line.
So Seton Hall's been booted out of the red zone here as they'll go pro set with the eye. One to the left, one to the right. And Gilman's back to throw, looking left. Goes over the middle, the throw is deflected, intercepted! Intercepted by a lineman! It looked like it slipped out of the hand of Gilman and right into the hands of Noel Hijazi. His 2nd turnover as he picked up the fumble recovery back in the first, actually in the 2nd quarter. 2nd interception thrown by Gilman. Peddie School will take over with 1:29 left to go in the third quarter. And it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 35. Didn't look like a hand got in the way of the throw. Looked like it just slipped out. Back to pass, looking to the left now over the middle, over the top. Open is Dotson, but it's too strong. Tried to make the dive, but could not catch up with it. And it'll be incomplete. And Peddie has no problem attempting those deep passes, those big plays. They connected about 3 times. But that one just a little bit too strong from the quarterback, Walters. So we'll see what they do now. And Peddie once again no huddle, but all looking to the sideline for the signals. Walters from the shotgun, as he's been for most of the game. Trips to the left, one to the right, and Farmer in the backfield. Look like Walters may be a little bit confused. He may be running out of time. Hands it off to Farmer. Farmer trying to spin his way forward, but gained it about 2 yards. And now a late flag. It looked like a Seton Hall player got thrown down after Quentin Fenord. Well, let's see what the call will be. And we've seen lack of discipline in this one as far as holding and pass interference, but not necessarily anything after the play. The officials will talk things over. The spot right now is at the 38-yard line. Which will be a gain of 3, but obviously this is going to change things unless it offsets. Oh. We have an ejection? We have an ejection here, and we don't have the referees are not mic'd up, but a Seton Hall player has been ejected. And that is a big 15-yard foul as well. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Pirate 47-yard line. Huge turn of events right there. Not saying that Peddie was stopped, but Seton Hall is in a decent position as far as defense is concerned now. 1st and 10 in their side of the field. Walters from the shotgun once again. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And it's hands off to Farmer. Farmer cuts to the left. He's going backwards. He's in trouble. And he is going to stay up, and the flag is down. Big block thrown there, and Farmer has room to the outside. Gets to the line of scrimmage on the far side, but flags are down. Big block thrown by the quarterback, Walters. And let's see what the infraction is going to be. My guess is the hold. As the officials talk things over again, flags were thrown at the line of scrimmage while the play was deep in the backfield. So if it's a hold, it's pretty much inconsequential to what the play would have been. Chop block. So they're going to call a chop block against Peddie. The ball's going to move backwards. They'll go back 15 yards. So it'll stay 1st down. The ball will be spotted back on the 43-yard line for Peddie. So a long way to go here for the Falcons, as all of a sudden they're back in their own side of the field. In the shotgun once again, back to throw, looking left. Under pressure, steps up and is thrown down. Big tackle there from Jonathan Weir. Not a sack, as there was a short gain. But flushed out of the pocket was Alan Walters. Had little choice but to move on up to about the 48-yard line. So a gain of 5, so not exactly a disastrous play. Able to make the gain, but I'm sure Alan Walters felt that one. So 5-yard gain will be 2nd and 15 here for Peddie, and Peddie. Thought they were calling the timeout, but it's actually the end of the 3rd quarter. So we are tied at 14, 1 quarter to go. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. Fourth quarter action about to begin. Tied at 14, the Peddie School and Seton Hall Prep. As we come to you from Schumann Field on the campus of the Peddie School. Tom Williams here. Thanks so much for joining us today for our season opener 2016 football and our 2016-17 schedule. Tons of games on the schedule this year and tons more being added. So you won't want to miss anything. It'll be Peddie ball, 2nd and 15 from their own 48-yard line. Walters back to throw after the shotgun. Looking over the middle. Passes up and complete. There at the 34-yard line. Nice catch by Tyron Tucker as he was hit by Sean Ryan. That's a first down for Peddie.
34-yard line, 1st and 10.
So that is a 38-yard pass. Actually, a 18-yard pass, excuse me. As the snap is low, flushed out of the pocket, he'll move forward. Cuts to the right, spin move to the 20, down at the 17-yard line. Big play there from Alan Walters, not afraid of the contact. He wasn't going to slide. Another first down for the Peddie School.
1st and 10 and Seton Hall territory.
So 1st and 10 from the 18 now. 16-yard gain on the play. Back to throw, screen pass across. That is caught by Tucker. Cuts to the left and hanging on to the leg. Nice tackle there by Anthony Algieri. Short gain and potentially a touchdown saving tackle. We spotted at the, see where the spot will be. Spot at the 15-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. Peddie moving the ball very nicely here. They will go 2 to the left, 1 to the right. QB in the shotgun, Farmer right next to him. Hand off to Keyshawn Farmer, right back up the middle to the 10, to the 5, touchdown! Touchdown Falcons, Keyshawn Farmer goes right up the middle. And Peddie School takes a 20-14 lead. A 15-yard run for Keyshawn Farmer. And a good job by the offensive line for the Falcons. And with the spread formations, they spread out as well. They created a huge hole for Keyshawn Farmer, the senior from Philadelphia. So Zachary Barnard will look to make it a 7-point advantage with the point after. In the hole is Luke Moorhead. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:30 left to go here in the 4th quarter, Peddie School takes a 7-point lead. It's 21-14. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be the kickoff. Seton Hall will return. You're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. .30 left to go in the 4th quarter. We come to you from Schumann Field on the campus of the Peddie School in Hightstown, New Jersey. Peddie Falcons leading the Seton Hall Prep Pirates 21-14 after the 15-yard scamper by the running back Keyshawn Farmer. Kickoff coming up next. Seton Hall Prep has done a good job of responding. They were up at one point 14-7, and it was 7-0 Peddie, 14-7 Seton Hall Prep, now 21-14 Peddie. And a back and forth non-conference affair. Season opener for both teams. Kicking off is Zachary Barnard once again. The senior from Atco, New Jersey, which is south of here. Back to receive once again is Matt Durborough and Lionel Eugene. Looks like Peddie's ready to go to kick this one off. It's an onside kick, but it is going to be swallowed up at the midfield line by Seton Hall Prep. Good job by Vin Palma to not back off too quickly. And Seton Hall Prep will have some pretty good field position here right at the center line. Not sure what Peddie was thinking there. Didn't look like they were bunched up on the right side. Just trying to sneak one in there, I suppose. 10:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And again, great field position here for the Pirates. They will bunch up to the left side with the receiver to the right. Gilman under center. Fakes the handoff and rolls out right. Has a man up the middle. That is caught at the 40-yard line and thrown down. That's Kyle Neve with the catch. And let's see where they spot this. They're not moving the chains just yet. Nose of the ball on the 40-yard line. And it is going to be a first down. Gain of 10 on the play. Clock moving at 10 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the fourth. Again, Seton Hall Prep trailing by 7. Gilman. Ball loose, gets right back up, but he was at a knee when he picked up the ball, so that is going to be a fumble recovery by Gilman, but he'll lose yardage. Dead ball. And you don't have to touch the man for him to be down once his knee hits the ground. It's a dead ball. Loss of 2 on the play. So a second and 12 from the 42. And a timeout called by Seton Hall Prep. With 9:39 left to go in the fourth, we'll take the timeout as well. Peddie leading 21-14 as you're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. Nine minutes, 39 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Timeout over. That is the first charge timeout to Seton Hall Prep here in the second half of play. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 42-yard line. They will go trips to the left with one in the backfield. And the QB, Gilman, is in the shotgun. Back to throw, looking left. Throws it, and it's intercepted! Big interception by Tyler Tedeschi. Third interception thrown by Gilman. And it'll be Peddie ball on the 40-yard line. Just thrown a little bit short. Huge defensive play there for the Peddie School. And they always say that turnovers kill. Well, you know what? Seton Hall Prep, 4 turnovers. 1 fumble and 3 interceptions. So the Peddie School up by 7, 9:30 left to go. They will start off on their own 40-yard line. Quarterback Walters in the shotgun. Back to throw, looking under pressure. Big trouble, and he is sacked. Back at the 35-yard line. Jonathan Weir in on the sack. Big loss there. As that'll go all the way back to the 28-yard line. And it'll be a loss of 12 on the play. Trips to the right once again. Hand off to Farmer. He looks left. Now we'll cut back to the right. Flag on the play is down. Farmer cuts around to the corner. He'll come across. A second flag is down. Farmer with a hand up high on him. He gets thrown out of bounds. Two separate fouls on the play. I'm pretty confident the first one was a hold. The second one might be a hold or a block in the back as well. So let's see what our referee lets us know. It will be a hold against Peddie. Two of them. So 8:32 left to go in the fourth quarter. And Peddie School going in the wrong direction. The 12-yard sack and now holding penalties. Let's see where they end up spotting the ball here. Should be a holding from the spot of the foul. So they'll probably accept the hold that's deepest. And that could mean ball will be spotted way back on the 15-yard line.
The flag is against Peddie for holding.
I think they are deliberating which foul to accept, I believe. Well, if they're going to move the foul back from the end of the play, it'll only go back to the 30. And they've already... It is going to be a hold on Peddie. Declined. They're both declined. That makes things simple.
There are two holding penalties on Peddie. Both are declined. The ball will be...
So will the result of the play will stand. That is an interesting decision. I think what it is Seton Hall Prep wants to get the ball back. So it's a gain of 12 on the play.
That would make it a 12-yard gain by number 2, Keyshawn Farmer.
And that's the only explanation I have, is that Seton Hall Prep, again, feels like they're running out of time, and they want the ball back as quickly as possible. So second and 10 is certainly better. Well, let's see what the result will actually. It should be third down, I believe. Yeah, it should be third down. You have the sack that made it second down, and now this play is accepted as third, so it should be 3rd and 10. I think that's what the discussion is. The marker still says second, the marker that's official on the field. They haven't moved it from the spot after the sack. Ball is spotted on the 40, but again, they haven't moved the field markers. We have a little bit of confusion here. Now I think Seton Hall Prep's coach has confirmed his position. He may want to accept one of the penalties. So now Peddie coach, they want an explanation. It's like we're going to have a big old meeting at center field. Yeah, it's preseason for everybody. It really should be quick. This is a pretty long delay here. You know, it's not up to the referee to spoon feed the coaches the result of each play or each decision. Okay, holding. This time it not declined, and looks like we'll move the ball.
Correction, the holding penalty on Peddie has been accepted. The ball will be moved back.
And it should be moved back pretty significantly, back to about the 17-yard line. Well, they're going to put it at the 15. So a loss of 13 thanks to the penalties. And it's going to be second and very long. They'll go trips to the left. And one to the right. Clock moving now at 8:18 left to go in the fourth quarter. Pass across to the far side on the slant. Here's Dotson trying to make a move to the inside, back to the outside. Gets across the 20.
Pass complete to number 5, Jahan Dotson for 5 yards. It is third down.
It's going to be third and long. As they'll spot the ball on the 20-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. So third and a long way to go. And Pettie's job here is again to kill as much clock as possible, up by 7. And just get some field position, make it as difficult as possible for Seton Hall Prep to come back and score. Trips to the right once again. Walters in the shotgun. Pass across, nobody there. That is incomplete. A little bit of confusion there on the screen pass. All 3 receivers were moving forward on the play. So again, it's an incomplete pass. So it'll be fourth and long, and Peddie will be forced to punt. So Seton Hall will get the ball back with a decent amount of time to work with. Back to receive for Seton Hall Prep is Dwayne Warren. He's back on his own 45-yard line. Punts have been relatively short. Zachary Barnard looks like he's ready to kick it away. He's back outside his own 10-yard line. To the outside, he will kick it. It'll bounce just inside the 40 and stop short of center line. And will be touched up at the 48-yard line. Some pushing and shoving. It gets broken up very quickly. Good job by the players involved to just walk away. So Seton Hall Prep will have very good field position once again. It'll be first and 10 from the Peddie 47-yard line. Seton Hall Prep here has to just find a way to avoid the turnover, which has been a big problem. They've turned the ball over 4 times. I formation, back to throw. Screen pass across, almost picked off. But a nice pass across and goes to Perez. And a little bit of a late throw out of bounds, but it looks like no flag will be thrown, just short of the first down line. Ball spotted on the 39-yard line. So it'll be second down and 1. Gain of 9 on the play. As the clock trickles down to 6 minutes, 25 seconds left to go fourth quarter. Seton Hall Prep down by 7. 2 to the left in the I formation. Handoff up the middle. Thrown down there was Ryan, as in the backfield was Noel Hijazi. But it is going to be enough for a first down, and Hijazi, it's not Hijazi, but it's Daniel Dawkins, a little slow to get up.
36, first down and 10.
Ball spot on the 36-yard line, gain of 3, first and 10 from the 36. And Seton Hall Prep taking their time. Clock is trickling down to under 6 minutes to go. 2 to the right of the offset eye. And it's going to be pitched back here to Ryan. Right back up the middle, gain of about 3. He is gang tackled at about the 33-yard line. Big pile up at about the 33. Referee is in there. Not sure if a couple of players are tangled up there. Looks like one Peddie player is down under duress, but getting up. Looks like that is Tedeschi. Slow to get up. Oh, it's Thomas Wardle. Either way, bent over at the waist, and referee may be telling him to get off the field because he can't get back into the huddle. So it won't be an injury timeout. They do stop playing, or stop the clock rather. So it was a modified, very quick injury timeout. In the replacement was Anthony Testa wearing 66. 2nd and 7 from the 33 after that run up the middle. Strong side to the left, and flags fly before the play.
There's a flag on the play.
And let's see what the call will be. Illegal procedure on Seton Hall Prep, so they'll go back 5 yards.
On the Seton Hall offense. Reduce that 5 yards. It is 2nd down and
So he's
12.
2nd and 12 from the 30,
35-yard line. 38 yard line.
from the 38 or so. Seton Hall Prep has done a pretty good job marching. Now under 5 minutes to go. They need a touchdown to get back in this game, trailing 21-14. Strong sign to the left. Gilman back to throw. Steps up from the pressure. He'll take it himself. Big hit on him right there at the 35-yard line as he was stood up by Zachary Barnard. Timeout is called. It will be called by Seton Hall Prep after that gain of 2 yards. We'll take the timeout as well. 4:33 left to go in the 4th quarter. Peddie School leading 21-14 as you're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. Second timeout called by Seton Hall Prep. They have 4:33 to try to get into the end zone as we're playing in the 4th quarter. Peddie School leading 21-14. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 35-yard line after a 3-yard gain. Tom Wilms coming to you from Schumann Field in Hightstown, New Jersey, on the campus of the Peddie School. Chant is defense as there are 2 in the backfield and 2 receivers, 1 left and 1 right. Back to throw. Gillen drops it, picks it up under pressure, and he is sacked. Adam Conyer caught up to him after the fumble, and he's able to throw him down. Clock will continue to roll. It'll be 4th and long here for Seton Hall Prep. Ball spotted on the 44-yard line after the 9-yard loss due to the sack. This could be the game right here. We're under 4 minutes to go. Seton Hall Prep needs to get to the 26. Back to throw. Gilman throws it up ahead, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Dotson. He has the sideline. Tiptoes his way through to the 20, to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Peddie. Jahan Dotson with the pick six. But there are flags down. A flag down way back on the Peddie 27 and another one on the Seton Hall 42. So 2 separate fouls. So hold everything. 2 flags down. What Seton Hall would want here is either the call on Peddie or the offset. At least the offset would replay the down. So the deliberation from the officials is over. Let's take a look at what our referee has to say. Both fouls against Peddie School. And another flag thrown late, as looks like the coach is going to get in some trouble. So this is really going to be bad news for the Peddie School. There has been some disciplinary issues. Tons of penalties here against the Falcons. And now the frustration is starting to boil over a little bit, and this could be a big break for Seton Hall Prep. Unsportsmanlike conduct foul right there.
It was an unsportsmanlike conduct foul on Peddie.
It is going to be block in the back. It still will be Peddie ball, by the way. That is after all fouls occurred after the interception. So that is the good news for the Falcons. Actually, they would have been better off with the offset, as the play would have been redone. But it is going to be 1st and 10 for the Peddie School. And they will start all the way back on their own 13-yard line. So they'll have to try to kill 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Interception number 4 thrown by Gilman. That is turnover number 5 for Seton Hall Prep. And they're going to need a quick 3 and out. Trying to stay in this game. A couple of first downs for Peddie, and they can seal this. Back to throw. Going across, and that connects to Dotson. Dotson looking to the outside, makes a move, and he has a step. He is gone. Oh, tripped up. Nice tackle there. He had a couple of steps with some great pursuit. I thought he was gone and off to the races, but Paul Theobald, potentially game-saving tackle, but a long run. As he got all the way to the 46-yard line. That is a 33-yard gain. And Peddie's going to take their time. Normally throughout the game, they have been going no huddle, but they want this clock to run. Clock is stopped because of the reset of the change. 3:22 left to go here in the 4th quarter. And we have a timeout call. It's going to be called by the Peddie School. This is their first charge timeout. And I think they want to talk things over and have a nice strategy to finish off this game. We'll take the break as well. Peddie School leading 21-14, 3:22 to go in the 4th quarter. You're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. 3 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Peddie School with the ball, leading 21-14. It's 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Trips to the right, one to the left. In the shotgun, handoff. As Keyshawn Farmer goes to the left side, he'll get a gain of about 5 on the play as he just crosses over midfield. And he made it out of bounds, and timeout being called by Seton Hall Prep. So Seton Hall Prep, this should be, I believe this is their final timeout. We're going to have to check on that. And we'll do that after we take this break. 3:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. You're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. Final timeout taken by Seton Hall Prep, 2nd and 5 from the 49. In the shotgun, handed off to Keyshawn Farmer. He moves on up to about the 46-yard line, maybe a little short of that. But the clock will keep on moving as we're down to 3 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Peddie School leading 21-14. Big play here. And ball is spotted on the 46. We'll give it a gain of 3. First down here could be close to sealing it. Seton Hall Prep gets the stop. They can get the ball back with a decent amount of time. Back in the shotgun is Walters. Low snap, hands it off. No, keeps it. Goes to the right side, and he is through for the first down plus more as he is knocked down on the 30-yard line. But then a taunting foul will be called on Walters. He was standing up over the man who tackled him. That's not going to change the first down status, but it will move the ball backwards. And not a wise decision there from Walters, as much as you're excited. That's the kind of game it's been here for Peddie. In spite of the fact that they're winning 21-14, I think one of the things that their coaching staff is going to have to talk about during this week is discipline. And a ton of penalties in the first quarter. They were able to survive that. And now, some penalty issues here. And yep, a taunting foul there against the Peddie School. And it was after the play, so it should be a first down, and it is. Ball will be spotted on the 45-yard line. That's the bad news is, again, the ball gets moved back, but the good news is Peddie has a new set of downs to work with. Clock running at 2:25 left to go, and Peddie will take their time getting this call in. As the Peddie School go to the left, 2 to the right, and Walters in the backfield. And you got to just keep on, actually Farmer in the backfield. As they hand it off to Farmer, a couple of stutter steps. Comes to the right side, has some room. Gets undercut at the 41-yard line, forced out of bounds. The clock will stop, and that is where, again, Peddie School has to know, stay in bounds. Keep that clock moving. Clock is stopped at 2:01 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
2nd down and 7. Ball is at the 42.
Timeout is called here by the Peddie School. They're going to want to talk things over. This will be their second charge timeout. We'll take the timeout as well. 2:01 left to go in the fourth quarter. 21-14 for Peddie. You're watching Peddie School football here on the Strive Network. 2 minutes, 1 second left to go in the fourth quarter. Peddie School leading 21-14. Handed a very interesting stat. In total in the game, 220 yards of penalties, 160 of which belong to Peddie School. That is a ridiculous amount of penalties. And that doesn't count the ones, again, that were declined or offset. But Peddie School still has an opportunity to win this game. They have the ball in Seton Hall territory. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 42. From the snap. And it's going to be handed off to Keyshawn Farmer. He'll make it to about the 42-yard line. Very short gain.
That is a 1-yard gain by number 2, Keyshawn Farmer.
So Farmer picks up a gain of 1, but the clock keeps on rolling.
3rd and 6.
And this play could be the game here for Seton Hall Prep. 1:39 left to go. And counting. 3rd and 6. Seton Hall Prep needs a stop to have any kind of shot. While Peddie School, they're just going to kill as much time as possible. They may even call a timeout here just to get as much time. Oh, they won't, as they're going to go 2 left, 2 right. And once again, no, it's not Farmer in the backfield. It's going to be handed over, trying to power his way through here is Barnard, but he is knocked down at the 43-yard line after a loss of 1. Interesting decision to go away from Farmer to Barnard, but I guess they were figuring with his size he can power his way through. Clock is going to keep on rolling. It'll be 4th down and 7. And my guess is Peddie will get it down as far as possible and call timeout. And then punt the ball away, get it as deep as possible, and Seton Hall Prep will have less than 30 seconds to work with to pretty much go length of the field. And timeout is called by Peddie School. That's their final timeout. So no more timeouts in this one. And with 28 seconds left to go and a punt coming up next, at least that is my guess. It's going to be tough here for Seton Hall Prep to come back in this one. Unless they find a way to block a second punt. That is not out of the realm of possibility.
Peddie School timeout.
Thank everyone for joining us this afternoon. A very sweltering afternoon here in central New Jersey. Hightstown, New Jersey to be exact. Yeah, we had a heat index on the field of about 115 degrees, but looks like everybody on the field is okay. And to be honest with you, we talked a lot about Peddie being short rostered compared to Seton Hall Prep, but they're up 7. And they look, I wouldn't say they look fresh, but they certainly look like they're right in it as far as conditioning is concerned against the Pirates, who have double the roster. Oh, Seton Hall Prep is ready to go to decide what they're going to do here. And Peddie looks like they are going to be set to punt. Zachary Barnard will be the punter in this one. He's going to go back to about his own 48-yard line. Nobody back to receive for Seton Hall Prep. They're going to go for the block. As now, coming into the game late is Keyshawn Farmer. He's going to come right back out. They look like they may be short a player. 4, 8, 10, now 11, and a flag is down.
Flag is down on the play.
Probably delay a game, and that's not a disaster for Peddie School. Again, they are still punting it away. And it's only a 5-yard penalty for delay. So the ball gets spotted on the 47-yard line.
Loss is 4th and 12 on the.
So 4th and 12, and that's again a moot point. They're punting anyway. And still nobody back to receive for Seton Hall Prep. This is going to be an attempt to block. And they have 1 block in this game already. All 11 on the line. Snap is high. Here comes the rush. It's punted straight up in the air. It's going to land at the 35, come across, and then it is picked up by Peddie School. And they're wondering, why did he pick that up? And it was Tessma Haskins who stopped the clock there. If he would have let that go, a couple more seconds could have went down. So here's where we stand. 19 seconds left to go. Seton Hall Prep is trailing by 7, so they have to go the length. They will start with 30 on the 36-yard line. And what hurts the Pirates as well is they've used all 3 of their timeouts. So this is going to be throw it deep, get out of bounds. Here we go, spread formation, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Back to throw is Gilman. Gilman throws it across the middle, and a tackle made. That connects with Ryan. He is thrown down, just a gain of about 3. Clock is down to 5 seconds to go. They're going to have to spike it here, and they will with 2 seconds left. And the question is, does Gilman or anybody else on the Pirates roster have the arm to get it into the end zone, or do we see a slew of laterals to try to finish this off? That's a gain of 3 on the play. Ball spotted on the 39-yard line. I think they were hoping for, again, the short pass and to set up some blocking, but the blocking never got there. So here we go. This is the game. 2 seconds left. Peddie School leading by 7, 21-14. Quarterback for Seton Hall Prep, Aiden Gilman, the sophomore. He is in the shotgun. And does he have the arm to get this done? 3 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 in the backfield. Gilman back to throw. Has time, then tosses it over the middle. And here we go. Up the middle with some room to the outside, and fumble picked up by Peddie School, and that will do it. And they try the lateral back, but it is a fumble picked off by the Peddie School, and they win this one. Final score of 21-14. Huge play there. Again, really not much that Sean Ryan can do. Once he was kind of in the grasp, he was just going to hope to drop it off for somebody, but nobody was there. And again, the Peddie School, they come away with the 21-14 victory. So Peddie, they move to 1-0. Seton Hall Prep, they drop to 0-1 on this extremely young season. But a great back and forth game as Peddie School led 7-0. Seton Hall Prep, they led 14-7. And then Peddie School came back with 2 touchdowns to take a 21-14 lead, and that's how the game finishes off. So a very successful first meeting between these 2 teams, a very entertaining game. Lots of penalties, lots of turnovers, but again, very tightly played. And again, Peddie School coming away with the victory. Well, that will just about do it for us. I want to thank everyone for joining us here on the Strive Network. Once again, our final score today, the Peddie School 21 and Seton Hall Prep 14. Now for all of us here at Maurice P. Schumann Field in Hightstown, New Jersey, this is Tom Willem saying thanks for joining us, and goodbye, everybody.